Hello, folks. I am Parikshit Saikia, and welcome to the 99 Percentile Club. I teach live on the Unacademy platform, and I have over 9 years of teaching experience. In today's class, we are going to solve a super awesome question from the chapter Time, Speed, and Distance. It's going to be an awesome learning session, so make sure you watch this complete video. Let's get started. Johnny starts from his house and drives eastwards at a constant speed. Exactly 90 minutes after Johnny starts from his house, his sister, Pinky, starts from the same point and drives in the same direction as Johnny does at a different constant speed. Pinky overtakes Johnny exactly 90 minutes after Pinky started her journey and then continues driving at the same speed for another 2 hours. By what percentage should Pinky reduce her speed so that Johnny can catch up with Pinky in exactly 8 hours after Pinky overtakes Johnny? So, a lot of things happening in this particular small story, right? Someone overtakes and then another person overtakes again. So, a lot of things happening in the small story. I suggest that you pause the video, try to solve the sum yourself, and then compare the solution with what we discuss in this video. Yes? So please pause the video. Okay. I hope you have tried the solution. Let's get started now. Okay. Johnny starts from his house and drives eastwards at a constant speed. Now, as I realized, there was a lot of points. So obviously, we can't remember so many things. I think it would be better if we make a small diagram just to indicate the different time points. So let's say I draw a line. Okay. Let's say this indicates the line for Johnny. Okay. This indicates the line for Johnny. Fine. This is the line for Johnny. Okay. They are saying Johnny starts from his house. So at this point, let's say at this point, right? Let's say t is 0 indicates that this is the current point. Whereas at t is 0, right? Johnny has starts from our house. Johnny starts from his house. Exactly 90 minutes after Johnny starts from his house, his sister Pinky starts from the same point. So remember, the bottom line, let's say, is for Pinky. The bottom line, let's say, is for Pinky. So how much time after Pinky starts? Pinky starts exactly 90 minutes later. So can I say somewhere at t is equal to 1.5? So when t is equal to 1.5, right? Johnny will be out here to 1.5 minutes, 1.5 hours. Remember, 90 minutes is 1.5 hours. At t is equal to 1.5, Pinky would have just started. So I'm just trying to figure out where the people are, right, at different points. And then Pinky drives in the same direction as Johnny does at a different constant speed. Pinky overtakes Johnny exactly 90 minutes after Pinky started her journey. Now think about it. Pinky overtakes Johnny exactly 90 minutes after Pinky started her journey. So can I say we were talking about 1.5 hours, another 1.5 hours. So can I say at another 1.5 hours from now on when Pinky starts, another 1.5 hours. So basically we are looking at t is 3 hours. T is 3. Remember? 1.5 hours later, Pinky started, and another 1.5 hours later. So basically 1.5 plus 1.5 is 3 hours from the start. Pinky overtakes Johnny. So can I say at t is equal to 3 hours, Johnny and Pinky will be exactly at the same point. Will you agree? Johnny and Pinky at t is 3, Johnny and Pinky will exactly be at the same point. And then continues driving at the same speed for another 2 hours. So remember, another 2 hours. So when it says that, remember, Pinky is overtaking Johnny, it definitely means Pinky's speed is more than Johnny. Pinky's speed is more than Johnny, and Pinky continues driving for another 2 hours. So can I say at t is equal to 5, let's say Pinky is out here, another 2 hours, Johnny would be slightly lesser than that. At that point, right, at let's say this distance, Johnny would be slightly behind. Let's call it at t is 5, Johnny is out here, slightly behind, right? And then continues driving at the same speed for another 2 hours. So up till now, it's the same speed for Pinky. By what percentage should Pinky reduce her speed Okay, so from now on, day one, the question is saying Pinky should be reducing the speed. From now on, they are saying Pinky should be reducing a speed. So, okay, can I say from now on, Pinky, you know what, has a reduced speed. So can I write it down as reduced speed? Reduced speed. Pinky has a reduced speed. Correct? So let's write the entire thing, reduced speed. So from here to here, Pinky has the original speed. Pinky has the initial speed from here to here, right? Up till t is equal to 5, Pinky has an initial speed, and then they say Pinky is having a reduced speed, right? And question is saying, by what percentage should Pinky reduce her speed so that Johnny can catch up with Pinky in exactly 8 hours after Pinky overtakes Johnny? Remember, in our diagram, if you are able to visualize, remember, Pinky overtook Johnny out here. Can you see this point? Pinky overtook Johnny at t is equal to 3. And they are saying reduce her speed so that Johnny can catch up with Pinky in exactly 8 hours after Pinky overtakes Johnny. So another 8 hours after Pinky overtakes. So 3 plus 8, can I say we are looking at 11 hours. In 11 hours, at t is equal to 11. At t is equal to 11, remember, Johnny can catch up with Pinky another 8 hours from the time they overtook each other. Meaning 3 plus 8, 11. So at this point of time, exactly at 11 hours, you know what, 11 hours from the start, both Johnny and Pinky should exactly be again at the same point. Johnny and Pinky should exactly be at the same point. So a lot of things happening in the diagram, and what we need is basically by what percentage should Pinky reduce her speed, right? Pinky reduce her speed. So your diagram is made. Okay, now think about it. Now, in this diagram, if you don't draw the diagram, this question can become very complicated. But if you have drawn the diagram, what do you observe it at t is equal to 3 and at t is equal to 11, they are at the same point. At t is equal to 3 and at t is equal to 11, they are at the same point, right? So can I probably, what I can do is, can I frame an equation and can I consider these intervals at t is equal to 11 and at t is equal to 3. Let's try to frame some equations and get the answer, right? So let's start. So let's say at t is equal to 11. At t is equal to 11, okay? At t is equal to 11 hours. So let's say Johnny's speed, be J. Johnny's speed, let's say be J meters, J kilometers or meters, whatever you call it, J units per minute. So let's say Johnny's speed is J kilometers per minute. Okay. And Pinky's speed, initially, let it be P kilometers per minute. P kilometers, whether kilometers, miles, doesn't matter, but it's P units per minute. Okay. Now think about it. At t is equal to 11, the distance traveled by both Johnny and Pinky are the same. Will you agree? So let's talk about Johnny's. How much distance did Johnny travel at t is equal to 11? Distance is nothing but speed into time. Can I say at t is equal to 11, Johnny's distance traveled by Johnny would be speed of Johnny, which is J, into the time taken, which is 11. So can I say distance travel in this case will be 11G? 11G. Yes? Think about Pinky. How much distance did Pinky travel at t is equal to 11? Remember, again, the same logic. But the only thing for Pinky is Pinky has got two speeds, an initial speed and a revised speed. So let's say revised speed or reduced speed is, let's say, P dash. Initial speed is P kilometers per minute. Revised speed is, let's say, P dash kilometers per minute. So can I say from t is equal to 1.5 to t is equal to 5? So 1.5 from t is equal to 1.5 to t is equal to 5. So basically we are looking at 3.5. 5 minus 1.5, 3.5 hours. Speed was P. So what is the distance travel? Distance travel by Pinky would be speed of Pinky, which is P, and how much time did Pinky travel? From t is equal to 1.5 to t is equal to 5. So basically 3.5 hours Pinky was traveling at a speed of p. So can I say speed into time is 3.5 p? Yes. And from t is equal to 5 to t is equal to 11 for the next 6 hours, the distance covered would have been again speed into time. What is the speed? Speed is p dash. Speed is p dash, and time is 6 hours. So I hope you get it. Remember, what did I do? I took the distance traveled by both human beings. First human being, he traveled for 11 hours at a speed of j. So distance is speed j into time 11. For the second human being, again the distance traveled in 11 hours got to be divided into two parts. Why? Because there are two different speeds. Initially, from t is equal to 1.5 to t is equal to 5, so basically 3.5 hours, you travel at a speed of p. So speed into time, speed is p, time is 3.5 hours, so 3.5 p. And for the later 6 hours, you travel at a speed of p dash, which is the reduced speed. So for 6 hours, 6 into p dash. So obviously, remember this is the distance travel, and the distance travel, as you can see the diagram, is the same at t is equal to 11 hours. So can I say both of them are? Let's call this equation 1. If you are able to frame this, I think you are almost done. Let's call it equation 1. Clear? Next. Let's call this equation 1. Okay. Just writing this one. Okay. Next. What more can we frame? I think, remember, at t is equal to 3 also, the distance travel is the same. Can you see? The distance travel is the same at t is equal to 3 also. So let's take that point as well. At t is equal to 3, okay? At t is equal to 3. Remember, again, they are at the same point, so the distance travel will be same. So what is the distance traveled by j in the first 3 hours? Again, distance is nothing but speed into the time. Speed of j is j, and the time taken by j is obviously 3 hours, so 3 into j. 3 into j. What about p? Remember, at that point, t is equal to 3. Remember, p started from 1.5. So 1.5 to 3. So basically, this distance is nothing but was covered in 1.5 hours. 1.5 hours. So in 1.5 hours, time is 1.5, speed is p. So 1.5 p. Remember, distance is the same. So distance traveled by j in 3 hours is 3j. Distance traveled by p in 1.5 hours. Why 1.5 and why not 3? Remember, p started late. So the time he traveled was just 1.5 hours at t is equal to 3, right? This distance will also be the same. So can I say j is equal to 0.5 p? J is equal to 0.5. Let's call it equation. Yes, I think we are almost done. So remember what you have. You can put equation 2 in equation 1. Put 2 in 1. Put 2 in 1. Put 2 in 1. Okay. If you do that, how much will you get? 11j. So 11 into 0.5p. 11 into 0.5p is 5.5p. 5.5p. So 5.5p is equal to 3.5p plus 6p dash. Or can I say 2p is equal to 6p dash. 2p is equal to 6p dash. Or can I say p dash is equal to 1 by 3. So basically 0.33. P dash is equal to 0.33p, and that is it. What was the question? Question was, by what percentage should Pinky reduce her speed? So can I say the new speed P dash is 33% of the original speed. The new speed P dash is 33% of the original speed. So can I say by what percentage should you reduce your speed? You should reduce your speed by 67%. And that's your answer for this very awesome question. Yes, so your new speed is 33% of the original speed. So by what percentage should you reduce your speed? You should reduce your speed by 67%. So I hope there's a lot of learning. So remember, the question can be very difficult. That's the learning. The learning is the question can be difficult, and this is a difficult question. But if you are able to draw the figure, if you are able to place the human beings at the correct positions at different units of time, and then frame an equation at points wherever they have covered, let's say, the same distances, that can get you the answer very fast. So diagram was the trick. If you are able to draw the diagram, it was just about two very simple equations, solve it and get the answer. So if you want to solve more such questions, you can join me live in my Unacademy Plus sessions. I take Plus sessions on Unacademy. And if you want to learn more before your cat writes such brilliant questions, make sure that you join me live for my courses, right? And also, just a reminder, Unacademy AIMT is due Sunday, the 16th of October. And we have some brilliant questions in DILR, quants, and verbal. It's time that you test yourself before your cat and get to know where you stand. Over 30,000 students have already registered for the AMT. So make sure that you don't miss out on this mega event. So thank you, folks, and happy learning.